Look, I told these people you were cool. You gonna be cool? Like, don't fuck this up for me. Don't fuck it up for you. This is your one chance to go on the greatest adventure you've ever had in your entire life. All right, you ready to go? All right, come on. Look, before we get up there, take this. You're gonna need it. Just trust me.
The adventure party's almost full. Need your character, class, and race.
I'm a reborn human fighter. My name is Mickey fucking Fitz, mate. It should be right there. In your shit. Can you fucking read?
Go on in.
That's what the fuck I thought, mate.
Need your character, class, and race before I let you in. Get out of here, I ain't got time for you.
You, come here. Yeah, you. Come here. I hear you want to roll some dice. You do? Follow me. Now, if you're cool, I can get you in this game and no one will know. I'm the DM, so whatever I say, go. Come on. Follow me. Don't worry about the door, man. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. It's fine in here.
I see you made it. Right. Go ahead. Give us that
Roll
first
that
roll.
20 outside.
Give us that first roll.
Let's see
Yes,
what
that's the one. That's the one. Make
It was at this
happen.
moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh! You gotta get the fuck out, pal. Come on. Hey, take care of him, Lars. Get him the fuck out. Bye. Who taught you that?
I told you to be cool.
Who
I
taught
told
you
you
that?
to be cool.
The fuck out.
Alright, so it's doing the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as you noticed, there was a lack of audio dialogue there on this segment.
Just a little bit, but, you know, and that's partly due to my lack of levels in artificer, or artificer, however you prefer to say it.
Yeah.
I am just but a bard. But, yeah, so due to my inept ability...
Well, yeah, to give a backstory. So, the night before, we had... Was it a Spelljammer's night?
It was.
Yeah, it was a Spelljammer's night.
This was a special episode of Saltmarsh.
Right, this is a special episode of Saltmarsh, which we'll get into in a second. But Siren Pasir was relocating to his domicile, and I volunteered to help before we had planned this secondary excursion. So I go by to help Siren move, and then I'm headed back as this game is kicking off. So I'm like, I'll be there shortly after you start.
And he had plenty enough time, and it actually worked out flawlessly. Except when I got there, the people who are normally there an hour early weren't there, which
Yeah.
would be Edoc and Glenflower, because they're typically very punctual. They put me to shame, honestly. But
Yeah.
I get there promptly for once, and due to me waiting, and, having too much Dream Lily at hand, once I got the ball rolling, I plugged everything up. But I didn't. I rolled low on my perception, so I didn't see the switches that needed to be
Right. Well,
turned on for the.
and I didn't tell you about that, and that was probably on me too. But we went over the other parts of the camera working, so you have footage, but no audio until I show up later, and then I'm like, I don't know if the mic is on. Let me check that just to be sure. It's a good thing I did, otherwise we would have lost a lot more. So,
Oh man, yeah, we would have.
You'll have to bear with us for about 10 to 15 minutes as we go through this narration of what happened.
Yeah, I'm not, no pun intended, but I'm probably going to be very, very abridged paraphrasing when most things happen. So this is me doing the Birdman hand rub.
Right. So the table is expanded for various reasons with Saltmarsh.
Wait, this post clap?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. I think I kicked it off. Yeah. So
okay, so fuck it, we'll keep it rolling. All right, so this post clap.
but I figured we had the intro. We'll just talk and then
Yeah. No, I just want to make sure since I'm going along with this, I figure out what's going on. So at this moment, I am talking to female Andy, is the one sitting closest to the camera. I'm basically asking her about her character, which, if I'm not mistaken, is
let's bring up and see if they're all in the
because I think she's an elf. I think she might be a Shadar-kai or
she's a Shadar-kai.
Yeah, Shadar-kai. Yes, I think I called her an ashy elf or something. But yeah, so she's working for the City Watch in Baldur's Gate underneath Corvinus. So she's basically going to investigate the whole of the
Shadar-kai Dixie Grayson.
Yeah, Dixie Grayson.
Yeah, that's a great picture.
Is it? Oh yeah, that's fucking dope. All right,
anyway.
we see you, Andy. But
Not me, but
yeah. So that's another thing that fucked me up today. The Mandy and Andy, because we only refer to you as Mandy on Wednesdays at our other game, the one that Brian hosts, the one who's rocking his chair right now, who plays Edoc. But with you both here, and me used to calling both of you by your names in person, it was a little difficult, but it worked out.
Well, I mean, as you'll find out later when I get into my character interview, which will probably come out before this actually airs, so you'll know that Sylvester has taken on its own persona, much like
well, I gotta wrap
so.
this up before you get.
No, I just got here, so I'm sitting down for a bit, and then I'm like, oh, let me check that.
All right, but yeah, up until this point, I've had Clark, who you know from Eberron, and Aiken, who is sitting to the left of Andy.
In the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah. What was that? Jacob in his fabulous jacket or whatever? Yeah. I know that story. But so her character is a short redhead gnome, basically Carl Weezer from Jimmy Neutron, with tattoos, grills, and haversack. Clark this time, as you guys know, as Skippy, is playing. What's his character's race?
Oh, Skippy is. He is.
Faye?
Oh, Faye Treewolf, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Swift Stride?
Oh, Swift Stride Shifter.
What is that?
Oh, so that's a feline shifter. So that's a humanoid person who has like animalistic traits.
Okay.
Like very subtle, but like animalistic traits. So yeah, she has like feline accoutrements, so to speak. And so he was introducing his character. And at this point, I think they all just got to the
vibe
bar.
for the table, like figuring out, because I didn't know what characters they were. We did a session 0 at the end of session 4 Saltmarsh. And like we're talking about it, but now seeing everybody like start to take hold of what's their character's doing in whatever setting I walked into, which
they're at
the hole in the wall bar.
Yeah, that's the hole in the wall bar.
And
Andy's character, female Andy. Fandy's character ended up going to the hole in the wall and asking the bartender questions about what happened, and no one seems to remember because, as you noticed, they all forgot due to the false Hydra.
Right, yeah, this basically...
The song of the false Hydra.
We dropped them in, leading it, or when we show up in Baldur's Gate, so the cart and us, blow through the bar.
Yeah, because this...
Literally.
Because all this part that's cut out is including the part where they already went to jail too, right?
Well, no, like...
So are they still in the bar when the sound comes on?
This is still in the bar. Yeah, the sound comes on when they're in the bar because he's talking about having salad and drinking tea.
Okay, so yeah. Oh, that's right. So at this point, the bartender has already taken Clark's order. Well, everyone's order. I don't think Fandy ordered anything.
Yeah.
Well, I'll call everyone by their character. So I don't think Dixie ordered anything at this point. She was just inquiring. She did pick up some pertinent information about the worker there. She's noticed that the taverns had gone through quite a few name changes, and that there was only one person who was left behind after the hole in the wall who had weird clothing. It kept saying something about like Jupiter and things like that, alluding to Jose's character. Outside of that, she then interacts with Faye for a while, and as they're interacting, she's asking questions to Faye, trying to figure out what happened during the last 20 minutes that everyone seems to be forgetting. And then that's when we noticed Aiken's character, Carl with a K. Very copyright distinction there. Carl with a K is basically introduced as shitting his pants already. And one of the people in the bar, because I did say there was like a bugbear, a halfling, I think, and some other folk in there. And the bugbear went over there to insult Carl for their sin.
Because, they shit his pants and doesn't smell good.
Yeah, it's like, don't bring that shit into the bar. What's wrong with
Literally, don't shit where you eat, bro.
Literally, why would you even think to conceive that?
Yeah.
So, needless to say, that's all happening. Possibly at this point, because I think they're just having the conversation and altercation. I don't think it's kicked off yet.
Yeah, not yet, I don't think.
Alright. But I mean, I feel like I could also retroactively change this after where are we at right now? After the 13-minute mark, if I need to update the information, I will. But
I feel like this is still Dixie, not the best City Watch. Coming in to assess the situation because, a great disturbance at the bar. Different from a normal bar disturbance,
Oh, and Dixie Grayson, if you can't tell by the name for those people out there who are familiar with DC, her character is based off Nightwing. That's the vibe she's going for. We got a Jekyll and Hyde situation with Carl. And Faye, Faye is a conundrum. Faye's an enigma, but not like, they don't know that enigma. Not yet. Not yet. But,
not like enigma, but also going to be a potential problem with,
Well, we don't want to hear problems from you, Andy. Yeah. We already have something that's going to pop off in this next special episode of Eberron.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that, guys. By the way, when this comes out, will that come... No, this would still come out before the next episode of Eberron or after?
Release-wise...
Because this is like a bonus round.
Yeah, we'll probably do this. So this will come out before So we'll do... The release schedule will be episode 4 of Eberron, episode 4 of Saltmarsh, then we'll do 4-5, which is what we're calling this, of Saltmarsh. And then we'll go into... Episode 5 will be crossover Eberron Spelljammers.
Yeah.
And then Saltmarsh are doing their own thing.
And then we have part 2 of the crossover on the Spelljammer night.
Yeah.
Depending on how that falls out.
Yeah.
Might not need it, might need it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so at this point, I think it's just been banter, and so far, Clark's
Slowly
you
starting to be
noticed about like
just got a toothpick, so I'm getting my
But at this point, Clark has showed off his imp familiar Lily, who is a raven, but also can change into like other fine familiars.
Yeah.
And they all have different names. So at this point, I think, if I remember correctly, at this point,
he was probably trying He was probably trying to. I feel like
he was probably casting calm emotions.
Yeah, he's been trying to. He was definitely trying to be a diffuser a lot.
Yeah, so I think that was
rightfully so, because I mean, this bar is a.
Or that might have been when he put the spider on Dixie.
Yeah.
Because he was like, just in case, because I think the spider ends up either before this point or after this point casting like guidance or something like that on her.
Yeah, because her insight.
Okay, so this is where you realized I fucked up.
Yeah.
And then
and then we'll be joining you back in real time.
In about 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
So was it here? Was it here when you got here, or are you just now recognizing that?
Oh yes, I've been over here just having my little salad and drinking my tea and.
Can I see how Jacob shades with that?
Give me an insight check.
At disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. The first one was an 18, that was a 7. So you said a which one? Okay.
Insight.
It's another 10.
As far as you can tell, she seems genuine.
Okay. Alright, enjoy your drink.
Yes, it's tea.
Were you expecting company? Anyone else that was supposed to meet you? Might have seen anything?
I don't believe I was expecting anybody else, but do you want to join me?
I'm alright, thank you. I'm just trying to get information. But you have a...
What sort of information?
No, just about the hole in the wall.
And as you guys are having a discussion about a hole in the wall, you see... Well, maybe you won't, but as you're sitting there at your table, a bugbear, the one that was described earlier, walks over to you, Carl. Oi, why you smell like shit? You got shit in those britches. Get your shitty britches out of here.
Do you want some of my shit?
No, we don't take kindly to people with shit in their britches around these parts.
You see grizzly people with shit in their britches?
Yes.
Now I know one likes you. And then I'm gonna roll for vicious mockery. That's a 15 save.
Alright, 15 save.
They roll.
Oh, that's right. What am I thinking?
Oh yeah, they're not passing that.
And that is 8 damage.
Alright, you see them be taken aback as they get a hit with emotional damage. Emotional damage. Oi! You motherfucker! You know who I am!
I know who your mom is, bitch!
I fucked your mom, that's who I am!
Definitely.
As soon as he says, I fuck your mom, you hear this, by the way. Using your City Watch instincts, you just turn around like, that's how every bar fight starts.
And I keyed in.
And you keyed in, watching her turn to see that. Your eyes go black, your whole scalia goes black, and they shrink. As far as Carl's aware, his face is getting fuzzy and everything's just blacking out for him. He is blacked the fuck out. I don't know what you're gonna call your other half. Jimmy's mom. But
Carl becomes this massive Goliath woman with victory curls in her hair.
Here's what you know, please.
And traditional trad wife clothing and 2 yellow dish gloves on her hands. as she pulls out this giant dong that looks like a branch to people who aren't familiar with it. So you definitely know this is
It's a cock-shaped stick.
Yeah.
A large cock-shaped stick.
You might recognize with a history check who this might belong to, but to the unassuming eye, it looks like she just pulled out this massive branch.
I'll do a history check.
What would you like to do, Jimmy's mom?
You're so my precious Reza.
And then I'm gonna just, right over the fucking head with a big wood girth. That morning wood, if you will. Because they're gonna be mornings for him.
It's in the evening, but yeah, makes sense.
Well, they'll be morning for him.
You don't wake up.
And let's see. That's me going in half, but does a 17 hit?
Yeah, 17 hits.
How close to
I would say you're about 25 to 30 feet away from where they would have been sitting.
Yeah.
Do I get a reaction opportunity?
17 or 9? Why am I blind?
I say due to your job and your quick reflexes, you get something in following after they get bonked. So how?
That's a 14.
A 14. Alright, so you're overheading this? So as you're rushing over there.
Oh, I'm sorry, plus I add my. Oh, wait, no, I did already add my rage damage. My bad. Sorry.
So as you're rushing over there, you see this giant Goliath woman crack this oversized beam, if you would, over this bugbear's skull. As you hear this sickening crunch, and their eyes pop, and their teeth shatter across the ground, and their tongue flops as they bit their tongue from the sheer force of this. Now prone, bleeding viscerally from the skull in a puddle of their own blood. Still technically breathing.
Okay.
But they are fucked up.
Yeah!
So, as her character, Dixie, is leaving, oh my gosh, do something about that. And I'm going to pat her on the back to kind of push her on her way and give her guidance.
Okay.
So welcome. And make a perception check.
Get your bag.
Because I'm going to have a little spider crawl out of my sleeve and onto your shoulder. You probably notice it, but it's not threatening.
You feel it crawl on you, and at first you're like, what the fuck? And then it just kind of gives you a wink, and it has like a ethereal, like,
it's a jumping spider. It's a jumping spider.
It
looks up at you, and it puts a little hand and just waves.
You just look back at Faye, just like, or how do you respond to spiders?
You're charmed by Faye. Maybe because it's Faye's, it doesn't matter.
That's true. That's true.
It's kind of like.
Actually, is Brendan's concentration. It is constant. Then it's gone because you cast guidance. It is.
And you definitely are aware that Faye did something to you when you were over there.
I'm just gonna narrow my eyes at you, but I won't say anything. I'm gonna keep focusing on that.
So what do you do?
I am going to try and grapple her.
Alright, nosing athletics check.
Well, let me see what
Advantage. And you have a guidance.
I have, because I'm raging.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's good because that's better. 14.
What'd you get?
What is guidance at?
A D4 if you need it. 2. So 2 more.
Alright, so as you go to, how are you trying to grapple?
I'm trying.
Are your hands aren't set up? Because of how you would have come down like this, I'm gonna grab you from behind, like restraining.
Okay, so as you come to throw your arms around, Jimmy's mom just replies with shrugging you off her shoulders.
Hands off, bitch.
Question. When we created your character, when do we say that ends? When you either take exhaustion or the object of your obsession is defeated. Right? Okay.
So
that would mean
Yeah.
Are you considering looking at the guy on the ground?
He's still breathing.
He's still breathing. So how would Jimmy's mom feel about that? And someone interloped.
Until he's dead.
Okay. So that's how we define when you're done, when the person's dead. Okay.
Are we in initiative order yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna say go ahead and roll for that.
Shit, because
I mean, it's gonna be a short order for sure, but
it might be. If I get to go first, I might be able to do some stuff.
I got a 10.
I got a 6.
10-6.
Okay.
Rolling well.
What's my initiative plus 0? But I get advantage. Can I get higher? No, but 16.
All right. I guess if you want to reroll, or what's your dex bonus?
My dex bonus is a 3? Question mark? It's a 2.
Okay. So then, Bugbear would go before you. We'll see.
You're not charmed anymore.
No, I know, but technically then I would only have straight roll, not disadvantage, because I have advantage on it.
Oh,
to avoid it.
Good to know.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
That's better.
New characters.
Yes.
Day 1.
New character. Who dis?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're up top.
I'm up top. Okay. About how far away?
25 to 30.
25 to 30. Okay, they're hopefully within range.
The Bugbear would have been furthest from you, putting Carl 25, Bugbear 30.
All right. So I am going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the aggressor that I see.
no longer known.
Yes, the no longer gnome.
No longer.
Gnome longer.
Gnome longer.
Yes, I love it. All right. And that is a wisdom saving throw. My save is 16. On a failed save, you're prone, incapacitated for the duration, and it's concentration up to a minute.
That's a 17.
17, you make it. Okay. All right. With my bonus action, I'm going to Misty Step. Actually, hold on. Okay, so that didn't work. I'm gonna use my sorcerer ability to quick cast and do a second spell, and I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on that spot.
All right.
Okay. So each humanoid 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point you choose must make a charisma saving throw to be affected by one of the following effects. 16 again.
Oh, you said charisma?
Yes, the one's a charisma.
Question, what was your first spell?
The first spell was
they both
was it Tasha's Hideous Laughter?
That's a cantrip, right?
Tasha's Hideous Laughter. No, that's a level 1 spell.
And they were both spell slot spells.
Oh, so I can't do.
With quick spell, you can use them as long as they're single target cantrip.
Does it? Okay.
It's up to you as DM. I'm just bringing it up so that we know for my casting as well, because if I ever had an ability to do such a thing.
Yeah, I've done tables where they do allow full spells.
Yeah, because I think as long as it's single target, I think that's how I've been running.
The first one was single target, the second one.
That's what I'm trying to clarify, because we'll end up with this same issue later.
Yes, yeah, it's good to hash this out now.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm just trying. Where is...
For those watching, we're wondering because normal rules is written, you can cast a cantrip and a full spell in a single round, whether bonus action or action for either. So many sorcerers will use a spell point to quicken a spell while casting a attack cantrip as their bonus action, but it's still a cantrip.
Yeah, it says when you cast a spell with a casting time of an action, you can spend 2 sorcery points to change the casting time to a bonus action. You can't modify a spell this way if you've already casted a level 1+ spell on the current turn, nor can you cast a level 1+ spell on the turn after modifying a spell in this way.
Which means you can't cast a leveled spell twice.
Well, that's up for your discretion at the table.
I mean, we're already OP'ing. I'll allow it.
Alright.
So in that case, 14.
That's
Not big.
Okay. So
you can do some pretty cool shit.
Yes, you can. Alright, so for my calm emotions, I choose. I choose that the creature becomes indifferent about creatures of your choice that's hostile towards. So I don't want you to be hostile towards the bugbear man anymore.
Okay. So does that mean I drop out of it then?
Yeah, and that's.
So is it automatic?
If they fail to save, the creature becomes indifferent about creatures of your choice that it's hostile towards. The indifference ends when the target takes damage or witnesses its allies taking damage.
Alright.
When the spell ends, the creature's attitude returns to normal.
Okay. Well, you don't have exhaustion, and you are reverted back to being a gnome.
What the fuck just happened?
And
Where's this thing again?
oh yeah. As you revert back, you are toppled over as the weight of this thing is too big for you to hold on here.
Fuck me again.
As you all
Like I said, I feel like just fucking just puts it back in. That's the only thing she can do to move it effectively. As long as it's going back in the box.
whatever, fine. This should be
It's just funny in that way.
I think it's funny before she goes
away. She always puts away.
Yeah. You guys roll me a perception check.
All of us?
Good.
I guess that's why she just wears pasties and a kilt.
Makes sense.
Whenever I change, I'm still clothed. Spandex is your friend.
I learned it from a guy named Roos Ranner.
An 11 for me.
An 11?
Yeah.
24? Damn. Alright.
That is 13.
13? Alright. Both of you notice that the bartender is kind of tucked in an alcove behind a bar on her sending stone. You fucking hear what she's saying. And you hear her calling Corvinus, telling him that there's been a bar fight, things getting out of hand, and the one city watch guard that he sent ain't worth the ground she walks on. And things that kind of made the situation worse, and there's a fucker in here who uses magic, and another motherfucker with some other issues going on that she's not aware about.
Which in this world is odd because magic users are rare.
Yeah. Most people use spell scrolls and you use them for like regular purposes. You don't have people casting fireballs and shit, so you guys are like SCP type shit. So with that being said, how would you like to respond knowing that you caught one of that conversation?
You writing cursive keys?
Well, I guess we'll start with you guys.
I will. Yeah, she's notes. I recognize that. Oh my gosh, I did my magics. I might have caught notice. I'm going to misty step to the hole in the wall so that I can start making my way out of the bar.
Okay.
My jumping spider will leap from you over to me onto my shoulder. And I'll. Sorry, what?
You're trying to leave?
Yes. So I'm in the doorway, like looking back, like.
Are you gonna try and detain him?
Oh.
I'm fucking detaining this one!
Alright, so you're cuffing this one?
try.
You're cuffing this one?
Yeah.
Alright.
Also, as I Misty Step, I give 10 temporary hit points to the bugbear. So his head's probably still bashed in and stuff, but he got 10 temporary HP.
His headache throbs a little less.
Wait, so you are trying to cuff me?
Give me a sleight of hand check and give me a dex save.
A dex save?
Yeah, see if you can resist the rest.
Oh,
was that a 1?
Expertise.
Yeah,
Oh, bet.
that was a 2 on my part, so I'm glad.
We didn't give you expertise.
No.
Oh boy. We haven't had one of these.
That's a 2+5.
Don't look at it. That's when you
Don't look at it?
Not in the efficiency party. You brought our efficiency down to. Oh no, actually, I had one last session.
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah. I've been holding on to yours. What?
Go with it.
Forgive me.
You just use it.
You should worry about it.
Should just use it now while I'm not there.
No.
I mean, you could.
Why would that wouldn't even make sense? You would just randomly fail at whatever you're currently doing.
Well, sleeping. I'd hate to fail at sleeping.
Hold on.
I love when you read the card and you're like, oh my gosh, this is yes.
I don't mean to sound ominous, but also
Remind me to play poker with you when the stakes are high.
oh man, I'm the worst person to play poker with. I will take all your money.
When I'm high, I can't poker.
Oh no, see, I love
When you're high, poker's the best.
Well, I just can't control my reactions as much when I'm high.
my reactions
You said when you're high, you can't poker. I said when you're high, poker's the best.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't pick up on that.
But yeah, as you try to slip the manacles on this wascally gnome, they hit you with the shakes and break free.
Are we still in combat?
No, unless you want to be.
I'm gonna retaliate with a spell then, if that's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn around, rip colossal ass, and that is Thunderwave.
And I'm gonna cast shield.
Wait,
That doesn't help.
Yeah.
Shield does not help.
Does it
Oh no, because
Yeah, that's a save one.
Yeah,
That's
this is
a
not an
con
AC
save.
hit.
Never mind.
All right.
That's a 15 con save.
But I think he gave you a decent con. Except
No, we didn't. That's an 8. I'm rolling like shit today. Alright,
And so that's
you two.
2d8.
All
My heart.
All right.
Let's see.
Don't die in particular.
That is going to be 11 thunder damage.
So as this gnome turns around and presents their ass to you, lets out a loud, thunderous fart, possibly a shark. Might have shit their britches again. This is probably how they shit the britches last time. And you were met with a wave of flatulence and just thunderous noise as your ears start to ring, and you take that damage.
You know what? That barkeep wasn't really lying, was she? Shit, city guard.
This isn't even, like, you don't want to be a good city guard and a good vigilante.
This is true.
It just
Put yourself out of work.
Does what the other guard does.
Right. Unless being a shitty guard's part of your moonlighting, you know, we could roll with that too. But
Okay.
Is this one?
Another fight to defuse.
but as this fight breaks out, one of the halflings who were partying with the bugbear runs over and says fuck 12, and they shiv you in the side and dip out.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Just then, as you're standing in the hole in the wall, you
Look
see
back just for more chaos to erupt.
But as you turn back to face what you thought was freedom, you notice that a whole bunch of City Watch are now pouring around the bar. And we're gonna just cut it short. You guys could RP this a little bit.
Officer down.
But you guys are definitely getting arrested, and you're definitely getting reprimanded.
Okay.
So as everyone gets arrested in the bar,
She said fuck.
we fast forward to you guys working in a quarry for like the last, we'll say, 'cause what you got? We fast forward the month after that for you guys.
No.
So the month fast forwarded would have been before that.
It was, and then we came to this plane.
Okay.
And when we came to the plane, we made the hole in the wall. And then everybody got their mind wiped. We went a couple of days. We made a deal with Corvinus the next day after this happened, right? And then after making the deal with Corvinus, we had the other issues in the sewer.
Yeah.
And then the fight. So we were only like 2 to 3 days.
To a week at the
Yeah, we weren't
So-
that bad.
So, he doesn't care. He's Corvinus. He's a cunt.
You're gonna be nicely providing water to
Why do you say that compared to what I told you earlier? You want to buy my water?
Me flavored water. Me flavored water. Taste my knees.
So you guys have been working in the quarry this past week, and you've been supervising him, also working in the quarry. But he's teetering on the line what he wants to do with you or not. Your evaluation is
I'm very strong.
Yeah.
I'm breaking off little pebbles.
And now we're gonna cut back to these people who are on their way to meet Corvinus because they need a particular resource, apparently.
So I guess we're going up to the mayor's house.
Yeah.
So our original plan, I think it's still valid.
Yeah.
We had a long rest, woke up.
Yep.
So we want inmates, right?
Andy, can you give me that orange kind of pencil? That was the one I was using.
So, alright. We have
Dixie.
How many
spell
do we
this
want?
sound?
We want what?
Yeah,
A couple for us, right?
Actually, no, take the off.
these
Yeah,
are,
inside. Fuck it.
Alright.
Nice. We already have the stunt doubles.
No, we need to get those too.
So we could.
Well, we decided that we killed a bunch of people to make stunt doubles, yes.
And then remember, you had the halfling and the dwarf, because it was the other Duergar, he died.
Right.
And then
so
the halfling was
have
another.
everything we need. But
that's right.
If we can get,
Because that was part of the whole sewer jam.
but if we can get a bunch of people to play us actively and get them out of prison, remember Vance wants to have a bunch of people that owe him one.
Right.
So if we get a bunch of prisoners to be us, 4 prisoners to be us, along with the 2 mechs, we're going to take them out of town in the full wagon.
Right.
We'll take a couple people with us in the go wagon, and we will we'll get Vance to take us where we want to go. But I don't think we can tell them where we're taking them. Just that if
I
we
think we
get you out of
treat
here,
it like a trip to the pound.
Oh shit.
We see who's the most adamant about trying to get.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I do not disagree. I think that maybe we let some of our more nice people.
Who the hell said I was nice?
You're nicer than me.
Oh, I thought you meant those nice people.
And as you guys are talking, Little Blue's just like, speak up, I can't hear nor see you.
I already cured that. Stop acting like you get to play favorite.
Oh, it's cool when people think of this.
Morals. Remind me for a lesson on morals.
I thought we didn't use those.
For her, the explosive lightning bomb that travels with us is necessary.
You said you like my sparkling personality. As she does her best E-Doc impersonation, my sparkling personality.
Threats get punished.
Okay.
So I mean, do we want the good ones staying here to play actors, or do we want the good ones here with us to throw balls?
No, I want to get like the dirtiest, like ready to throw down with anybody that comes across them on the foe wagon. Because I want them to try to get as far as they can and cause as much disruption as they want, and then disappear.
Yeah.
So if we can find like a bunch of rogues, I'm totally in for that. But for us, maybe somebody with a little more healing. Maybe somebody that can be a little nice. Because let's be honest, we're good. We get shit done.
Yeah,
but
Paladin needs a face, but he's, he's conflicted,
Hey, that was one time, and Pelpo said I couldn't enter.
And I died.
You were knocked the fuck out. We don't know if you were dead. There's a difference.
Who would know?
You've been a little on edge since somebody took all your shine.
You goddamn right, dude. 26 fucking gallons. Fuck that bitch.
And if you follow the plan, we'll get it all back.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
That would make a really good song.
Maybe somebody
Fuck that
nice
bitch.
to balance out our efficiency.
Sure. In case we need Kuth.
Yeah, and then maybe you know what? I feel like we are so on edge all the time.
I mean, I got a temperament issues.
I mean, you see who we travel with? We're literally walking. I'm not even gonna get into that, but you should know. Like, look at what. Come on. You see the company I keep. Are you surprised?
You keep?
Oh, we're not even gonna talk about my guy right now. Let's talk about yours.
The one that's actually here doing the job.
I mean, all I'm saying is like a hand grenade with a pinful, you know?
Fellas.
What's a hand grenade?
Why am I so
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Elves.
You know, them,
you heard about it from that Jupiter guy, didn't you?
The exploding potions, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Straight to the hand, it's grenade.
Yes, Glenn,
What
yes.
do you have to say, my love?
I said, why must we fight amongst ourselves so we have something to do?
Oh no, that's what we're talking about. We're trying to decide the best scores.
Alright, you guys ready?
Well, that's because he keeps talking.
He brought up my 26 gallons. Of course I got triggered.
You'll make more.
Well, we've got a plan for that too. Yeah. But we need somebody nice, and I think we could also use entertainment. Somebody with some flair.
I mean, I got this fucking flowing hair. It's pretty awesome.
Don't get it.
What's your name?
That's the wrong color.
Wrong name?
Look at tan with a blind wig.
He's got a screaming cock piece.
I mean, there's flair there, but it's not like. How can I say this? It doesn't capture imagination in the right way.
That's what you think.
That's not the right way. Capturing imagination, yes, but if you want everybody staring at you all day, that's one thing.
What do you see, Mike? What do you see, Mike?
But maybe somebody that can be a distraction while we get what we need done. Because honestly, I won't necessarily trust the new guys. But if they can go over here and do a thing, we gotta go over here and do a thing. And you know, the thing. Like
we give them hey, you know, we need you to do this for me, kind of thing.
Right. Like we need a guy. We need a guy.
Yeah.
And then, you know, maybe another, I don't know, if we find someone else interesting or worth something. Or I don't know, maybe they're gonna tell us that we gotta take somebody with us when we take prisoners. I don't fucking know. Yeah. It's all in Corvinus, we gotta talk to him.
So you guys make your way back over there?
Yeah, I guess we gotta talk to Corvinus.
Alright, as you guys approach Corvinus, he gives you his most flamboyant introductions as always.
You're on Shy, aren't you?
Of course! You know, I had to try some of that fine TSA challenge, you know. I had one of my constituents bring it to me.
Yeah, was it about 26 gallons worth? Dick.
I mean, it's about 12. But yeah, it was delicious.
You could have just asked.
Well, what's the fun in that?
Well, the fact that you're broke breaking your own deal.
No, she procured it on her own means while handling her business
and gave it to her employer, which then makes it a business deal you promised not to interfere with.
I'm not her employer. You misunderstood her role and mine in this endeavor.
So you're just a thief?
Well, I am the devil.
No, you're not.
Yes, sir.
You just want to be.
You know, he literally has a crown ass potato.
Thank you, furry one. I will not trifle with such
That's fine. I don't see red skin. I just see a poser. A thief and a poser who broke a deal. I don't like that.
Well,
devils, real devils, never break deals.
And I didn't break my deal. Read it here on the fine print. She was not employed by me.
Oh, don't you remember? There was no fine print. There was no contract. You insisted on a handshake verbal agreement, Corvinus.
I will not be trifled with. Now, what do you want?
How are we trifling? We're seeing if our business negotiations can continue with such an established, reputable, honest, forthright individual as yourself.
You see him just tuck his lapel and he just walks around, pacing around you guys. Of course our business can continue. Now, what matters have you? My patience is wearing thin like Nana's head of hair.
Like you haven't Nana anymore.
Your grandma's bald?
My lineage should not be made fun of. Now,
I didn't make fun, I asked a question.
Are you here just to trifle, or are you here for a purpose?
We have a purpose.
Good, because I could always use people to work in my quarry if you keep it up.
No, I don't need to work for you. I'm my own employer.
Who is?
None yet.
It's secret.
I have ways of finding out these secrets.
Oh, I just gave you the way.
Oh, so he's here.
It's a secret.
Mm-hmm. I've dealt with that son of a bitch before. I'll deal with him again if I got to.
You already own one.
Him's not the same as owing you.
Oh, no. He's what made my deal possible. He gave you what you wanted. The body that you so graciously accepted as penance and payment for our negotiation was provided by none other than my secret patron.
Look at his face.
You just see fire literally burning behind his pupils as he looks at you.
When you own one, you own one. Not my business, it's your secret, not mine. But since we're all on the upright with our dealings and not interfering with each other's interests as promised, we have a new interest and we'd like to procure some aid in that interest. We need 7 or so people to recruit, and we would like to pay the fines of some individuals who could be beholden to us for doing so. 4 good, bad motherfuckers. And 3 that might actually be useful.
Indulge me here. Why would you have need for so many?
It's a secret. Hey, gruesome twosome over here.
I grow weary of you.
Would you like to
follow me?
Oh, so weary. Must be that big ass hat.
He said you have a big head.
So did your mother. So, follow me, and I can show you to a couple of, worthless people.
Worthless? Is that even a word?
It is now. You blue-faced bitch.
Blue? I'm quite gray.
Yeah, fuck it. Always been colorblind. Now follow me. He leads you down to the quarries, and you see a bunch of emaciated folks toiling about. You see what's your race again? Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. You see a hapless woman trying to break rocks. She has a few animalistic features. You see this gnome over here toiling. You see, you're an elf, right?
Shadar-kai.
Yeah, it's elf. See an
It's just like a Goliath-looking elf. It's just gray skin, black tattoos.
For the table,
shifter, right?
I'm a shifter, yes, but my features are feline-esque.
Yes. And so, felonious-esque woman, ashy elf, holding her side while supervising and toiling over rocks. And then you see a dwarf who hasn't quite yet been broken. You actually recognize this man, and
it's the other Durger.
No, This is Angus. He's here for drunken disorderly.
He's from the other realm.
Yeah, you won't believe what they did to him. And you notice there's a few old halflings, a few other elves.
Is there a female halfling?
Yeah, and you see a couple Leonin and Tabaxis in the mix too.
Okay. I point to the largest of the Leonin or Tabaxi that has the right coloration.
Alright.
I don't care if it's Tabaxi or Leonin.
Correct. As long as it has the coloration.
Right.
Alright.
That one. I point to the female halfling. That one.
Okay.
I point to Angus. That one. Oh, he's gonna cost me a fucking bundle. And then I'll find a random the scrawniest elf.
Alright.
I can, just because it's Clank.
Yeah. He just notices what you're doing and he goes, "Hey man." Not cool.
So scrawny elf. Alright. So those four, they can stay in chains, but I'll take them.
He looks over who you pick and he goes, "Now, this bearded, mountainous looking dwarf fella you picking over here."
Mm-hmm. What'd he do?
Well, he said, what didn't he do? He's here for the same reason he's always here, drunk and disorderly. But this time, he literally took a shit in my Kellogg's. Now,
Did you give him the TSA challenge?
He took it upon himself. He took it upon himself.
Everybody shits in Kellogg's after TSA challenge.
I will actually pay you, in fact, if you make sure he never comes back to this side of the plains ever again.
That is possible. Yeah, that's possible.
Alright.
Should we shake him?
He spits on the ground. Fuck you.
Not the way I roll, but we'll find somebody someday for you, big guy.
Tyson, I'm so sorry. When you watch this, I'm so... Oh, man, I almost wish she was here.
You've been doing a great job with Morinus, though.
Yeah, but sometimes I just want to message him like, what do you want to do? You have this dirt who's like shitting on you right now.
You know what he would do.
I just feel like it would be an escalate. It would be. But I also know what he would do if he wanted to be more subtle with fucking around.
That's true. He can.
Or would he be entertained enough by this challenger?
How high is your charisma?
No.
How high is your charisma?
I mean,
because I just want to know, like, a 14. I would say, you know, some parts of it he might find, you know, amusing because you're more charismatic than
I'm more thinking like how Popo reacted to me, like, okay, this
he's not Popo. Popo,
I'm not saying
Popo scares him, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, Popo kind of went, you know what? He's got attitude. I can deal with.
That's fair.
But this guy's like, no, I fucking hate attitude. I understand that too.
Well, it's not that he hates attitude. It was the whole you fucking with the aspect of the deal that got underneath his skin.
He broke it.
Technically, he didn't.
Technically, he did. He fucked with our business interests, which he promised not to do.
He didn't. So, because
by accepting it, he took it away from me, and therefore he fucked with my business.
And he would argue this person who doesn't work for him came across, said they had some procurements because they wanted to make a deal with him separately.
Then when it's revealed, would it not be known that it was fucking with my interests? I mean, my acquiescence, not asking for it back should have been clue enough.
I mean, he can't give you back what he doesn't have.
That's his fault.
Heretofore is not
so that will be
Hey, did Tiberius Mangum the Third show all of a sudden? Are we coming back to work? Is this a courtroom drama now?
It's our business interest.
Not to play devil's advocate, literally.
So,
but
those
technically,
12
Corvinus may
gallons.
not have known that's exactly where it came from. So you need evidence to prove that he coordinated it.
We're the only ones that have ever made it. I don't
Oh,
need
that's
it.
But you've also been passing it around, so he doesn't know how it's been.
I know exactly how many have been passed around.
You do, he doesn't.
Yes, he does, because he's always connected to everything.
You have to roll a see. You know what? You want to roll insight?
No, all I'm going to say is if you want to square this deal and get us back on good, you only need 12,000 gold. Because each one of those jars is worth 1,000 gold.
Consider it as my payment to square these deals and also to keep this Angus McDougal off my hands.
Done and done. Pleasure. Now, of the others...
Yes, you said you required 3 more?
3 more. These are going to be party members now. But I'm going to ask for your expert opinion in those that you have taken. I see only 3 here that are non-emaciated, so I don't want to have to worry about health right now. I'm a healer. I know when I see a sickly person. Those 2 are not.
You want a fucking gnome and this weak woman? Fine.
What do they do?
Well, this one barely cracks rocks. She's a spellcaster.
What do they do to get here?
Well, she casted magic.
I'll take her.
Don't really like that. Keep an eye on those. And, oh, wait, hold on, buddy. Just said keeping an eye on that. And this one apparently brained a bugbear, but I don't see how.
I'll take them both.
Yeah, you can.
Now, the only other one I see is one that you left injured. Did they make a mistake?
Oh, yeah, this one. You can have this one. This one's been useless so far.
Well, it looks like you've been fired. You want a job? That easy, huh?
By the way,
no negotiation.
Dixie,
no worries.
If I ever see you back in town, I'll have you hung.
You have a big dick?
What?
No, will have you hung means they'll.
You're gonna give her a big dick. I have one. I only got one.
I'm Corvinus, the meanest, with a heart of darkness and an enormous erectus penis. Love Child Esquire the Third. Oh, I mean, if you want a parlay, I can give you this dick.
Already been.
And then some.
And we'll talk more about
Corvinus has a character that will definitely break people who try to remain straight-faced, that's for sure. He is. If you look up eccentric, you just see him smiling.
What we make, we split amongst the party, but you have to earn
I'd
it.
like to leave before any of that happens.
Sounds fair enough.
Oh, I'm sorry. You shy, Sheila? You don't want none of this courtroom hammer?
No.
Don't you see my gavel?
Well, I already said I'll take her.
Alright.
And I'm useful.
one
Because I back tabs.
And I just take my shirt off and you can like see all these like I think Russian tattoo art, but each one is like a spell room.
Okay.
As soon as you see your back tat,
I can.
Corvinus goes like this, and you see like where he had marked, I guess cut into his skin to make some of his rune markings that are similar to like more
Alright,
what the
ladies,
tats
we
look
don't
like.
need to undress. Come on.
Yes, I
I think
to not
this is getting
You know, I think we're. Well, I mean,
My character's blushing profusely, just
Oh,
eyes
I'm
covered.
fucking a kitten.
some people like furry.
I
I like pussy in any flavor.
On that note,
we're gonna head out.
yeah. So,
What
what do they owe?
Oh, this one. 1 platinum for this one, because I don't know how far their power extends. Unsettling. 5 copper for this one. And for this useless hack, only because I had her in my employment and that looks bad on me, you piece of shit, I'll charge you 10 gold for this ugly motherfucker.
Take it off to 12K. We're good.
Alright, get the fuck out.
Yes.
Welcome to the group. We are the TSA.
Do you like
Thunder Squad Armory.
do you own us now?
No, but you might owe me a little for the platinum. For you, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
But we'll give you the chance to earn and a job
just then, Little Blue, who I'll describe to you, is about 5'6". Kind of, I guess, racially has like Caucasian skin, but you see like, if you look hard enough, you can see like there's kind of like a slightly blue iridescent glow, very faint. She has blue hair, yellow eyes, and kind of jagged teeth. And you just see her tugging on. Oh yeah, by the way, describe how your characters look.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I am about 4'10", which is tall for a dwarf. Very, very stocky, built, and I'm wearing super black, almost oil-like armor with a sheen to it and a matching helm. I have goggles over my eyes in this bright light of the day, so you really can't see anything but my big gray beard with 2 giant braids.
Did you mention helmet?
Not yet. Okay. Well, I did say helmet.
Okay. Yeah.
And it comes down to what looks like a hammer shape iron bar that clasps the 2 braids together. I have what looks like a 5-foot tall hammer on a spear that is has a red gem on it, and on the other side it looks like a bit of a goldish light that seems to emanate from within the hammer. And the helmet is odd because it's think the helmet from the Witch King of Angmar.
Didn't we say it looked like Magneto's stuff?
Okay, if you don't want the spikes.
Oh no, you can have the spikes.
I mean, they both have the same face.
Yeah, but yours is more spike driven.
You like the spikes?
I think the spikes are kind of more the way the wagon would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
We said it was like Magneto only because of my magnekinesis.
Yeah.
But I think that thematically speaking, it would probably be a little more spiky and gothy.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. That's gothic aesthetic. And describe your character?
Well, I'm a medium type character. I'm not very tall. I have bluish, grayish skin, dark hair. I'm wearing kind of leather everything right now.
Hot topic. I mean, she's got the glamour armor. She can be whatever the hell she wants.
Is it black?
And Little Blue also has glamour armor, so her clothes are matching hers right now.
A few black pieces of metal armor here and there, like gauntlets and whatnot. A couple weapons, and pretty much a girly girl, but I always have kind of a scowl, like a prissy bitch face.
For you guys, we asked you if you did the movie. I'm sure you didn't go home and watch it, but for everybody at home, it's my cousin Vinny. Yeah, short, squat man with an angular, mean face, just put on a beard, and then his Jersey girl who's an oversized halfling.
Yeah, well endowed bust.
And for Brady.
Yeah.
For Brady?
Yeah, that's his last name.
Sylvester for Brady.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a Leon. So I'm like, kind of like that guy. Like, I got like sweet black flowing hair, so it looks like I'm like blowing in the wind, but I ain't moving. And I don't want to have a loincloth because I'm leaning and I look like I'm a eunuch, and I'm definitely not a eunuch. So I got like an owl.
A great horned owl.
Yeah.
Covering.
He's okay though, don't worry about it.
That's why we said when everybody looks at you. Yeah. He literally has a animated great horned owl codpiece.
And Clink is an Eladrin elf in your standard plate mail paladin armor, and he's currently in his summer phase right now because he's still steaming about the ale, about the moonshine. And
he got paid for it. He shouldn't be steaming anymore.
I guess they went to winter towards the end of last session.
But then he went winter, then he went summer.
When we mentioned the whole stolen.
Because he was like, wait a minute, let me check my stats. And he was like, this summer. Because remember,
but after that.
Oh, after that? He was after the war crimes?
But the Corvinus talk would have kicked him back into summer.
Sure.
Yeah. And then Little Blue's tugging on your sleeve. This one smells funny, like he shit himself.
You did.
Did you fucking shit yourself?
It was a long time ago.
And you left it?
They don't let us cheat, you days go.
Well, before we go any fucking where, I need you to get the crusty shit off your butthole, okay?
I can help with that. And I'm gonna
Why
pat you on the head.
Prestidigitation.
What did you do with it?
Let's get back to our little base of operations. We'll do our introductions and whatnot. And besides, I've got to take these 4 and I kind of yank on the chain for the 4 of them. Like, you want to be...
As soon as you yank on the chain, Angus looks at you indignantly. Hey, I know you! What the hell are you yanking on the chain
and there's a
for?
bottle in it for you.
Oh.
You'll find out. And I just hand you the chain, and I kind of get everybody gathered up, and we're going to head out to go back to the wagons and figure shit out.
Alright, so as you guys travel throughout the city, you notice that they're leading you to, like, this reservoir and then this aqueduct sewage tunnel. How do you guys feel being sprung from jail and taken to a place where you may or may not get slaughtered?
DM.
Cheers to you, Tuesday.
Want me to take 10?
Yeah.
Stop point?
Yeah, we can take a break. Yeah. We'll pick up there when we get back. And where is the...
Here we go.
Here you go. Do the thing.
Great.